Shit, I got a short sprint time left today. Have to train. Not gonna lie.
What you got there, Ricky? Little green 3D energy drink action?
Dude, it washes it down nice.
Ricky's, you're heading back to New York, what, today?
Yeah, buddy. Gotta get some squats, bench.
He had to pop in for a workout
upper body
real quick.
accessories. Gotta see Dan and Nick.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Got some new dumbbells, some new toys in this gym. Look at those big boys in the bottom. We originally had 120s, and then Josh just got 130s, 140s, and 150s. No fucking clue how strong I am with dumbbell pressing at this point in the diet, but we're just gonna see what we can do today. See if we are still man enough to play with the new toys. There. No lift off. No spot.
This little hype man, come on! Find that Navy SEAL in there, let's go! Pay homage to the camo, motherfucker! Ah! Alpha as fuck!
So the bad news is I'm not man enough to play with the new toys. Not really anyway. The good news is I found out my 1 rep max with dumbbell pressing. Fuck. I really thought I was gonna be able to get those for like at least 3 to 5. Damn, those are big. So that mess was strictly just for fun. I never recommend trying to max out on dumbbells. There's no point to it. I don't even recommend doing a heavy single with dumbbells the way I do with a barbell. Honestly, I had just never touched 150s before. I had no clue what they felt like, and I really just wanted to see what they felt like. And I learned quickly. I underestimated how heavy those things are. But the rest of my workout I made efficient, doing sets of 10 on flat bench with the 115s, followed by a whole lot of incline work. Ultimate Fitness just got this brand new hammer strength style machine. And it's crazy because one plate feels so damn heavy on this thing, and it gives you such a good stretch and contraction. So I smashed a ton of sets on that, and then finished off upper chest with a steep incline dumbbell press. Lightweight, only the 80s, sets of 10, really squeezing hard at the very top of each rep, controlling that negative, just blasting away at my upper chest. Finished chest off with a pec deck machine. Ultimate Fitness upstairs has the coolest pec deck I've ever used. It's a plate-loaded pec deck, and it's hard to describe exactly why, but it just feels so much smoother than the regular weight stacked style pec deck. So this felt amazing, man, and I'll try those 150s again at another time when I'm not dieting, when I'm not fasted, when I'm a little bit fuller and fluffier, and see if I can't get some redemption one day. But that was fun. Time to absolutely annihilate shoulders. On my day 1 for shoulders, I do 5 sets of 12 with basically an upright barbell row, a wide gripped upright row, but with dumbbells, and it feels amazing. And then of course I top it off with rear delts, supersetted with face pulls. I usually superset the laterals with a standing overhead dumbbell press, but because I did so much pressing today, I skipped that part. Post-workout nutrition, guys. Shakes for the boys, and my new joint supplement go-to is turmeric curcumin by TrueKirk. The brand does matter, the brand does make a difference, and here's why. Turmeric curcumin is all natural, totally organic, it's the root of a plant. And it's a strong antioxidant, a strong anti-inflammatory, a strong detoxification for your liver. It gets rid of free radicals in your body. So many health benefits and joint benefits that it's actually been given to patients with chronic pains, people who have sustained injuries, and it's amazing for any sort of athlete or weightlifter. Here's the thing though. It's the curcuminoids inside of turmeric curcumin that actually give you these health benefits. So you'll see a lot of people chop up turmeric like in root form and sprinkle it in their tea or season their food with it. The problem is you need to consume a lot of turmeric to get enough curcuminoids to actually get the benefits that it offers. So what True Kirk did is they have a hyper concentrated dose of curcuminoids in their servings. So one serving of this is 1,000 milligrams of turmeric extract, 95% curcuminoids. So you're getting the full dose of curcuminoids. The other issue with turmeric is by itself, it's not super bioavailable for humans, meaning it's not absorbed very easily by our bodies. It's been shown that when you mix it with black pepper, it becomes more bioavailable, we can absorb it better. So they added 10 milligrams of black pepper extract in with every single serving. So with every serving, you're getting a full dose of curcuminoids, and it's gonna be fully 100% absorbed, bioavailable, and utilized by your body. So that's True Kirk. I put the link in the info box below for you guys. There's a discount code for Amazon if you want it. It's TrueKirk10, 10% off. Strongly recommend it. Prep time, yo, how annoying is it when you're dieting and you go to like a family event or something and everyone offers you dessert and you say no thank you and they start grilling you like, why? You can't just have a little bit? Are you sure? You sure you don't want any? Like they can't just take no for an answer. And then when you finally tell them that you're dieting, a lot of times they're obese, so they look at you and they're like, what are you dieting for? You don't need to diet, you don't need that. Like they just don't get it and they keep grilling you. And the funny thing is though, whenever they offer you like a salad and you say no thank you, they just leave it at that, like no questions asked. So fucking annoying. I just lie. Whenever I'm at a family event and I say I can't have anything, I just say I need to make weight for a meet coming up. And then they don't question it. Everyone understands making weight for a sport, but they cannot grasp dieting for body composition's sake if you're not overweight. Little weigh-in day update. Body weight's still actually the same, hanging at 182, but definitely looking tighter and leaner. Sometimes you gotta go by the mirror. Scale's not gonna always stay moving, but we wanna keep it moving in the long run, so next week it should be lighter, and I'm actually getting excited to dive into the 170s, high 170s. But just taking it slow and going by the mirror first, so everything's looking really good. Happy with the progress so far. So 2 changes I'm making is 1, cutting down sodium. No more Kraft singles. Well, I have 2 pieces of Kraft singles cheese just with my 2 burger meals, but then I cut them out of all the other meals. And I'm also gonna begin carb cycling either this week or next week. That seems to do that makes a real good difference in my past dieting experience, but I'm pretty damn happy with this, man. So it's Saturday, it's like my reset day kind of mentally, which I'll get into later. But I'm using this day to meal prep, bringing it back to the old school days. I don't really meal prep way ahead of time. Like I don't get meals set up all for the entire week. I cook for the entire week, but I meal prep maybe just for the next 2 or 3 days or so, just so I have meals ready to go, which helps. You don't have to spend as much time cooking and measuring, preparing every time you want to eat. You can just reach into the fridge, grab the meal, it's already made, stick it in the microwave, heat it up, you're ready to go, which is nice and convenient. B, it also comes in handy if you need to run somewhere. Like for an example, I got invited to a family gathering the other day where there's gonna be dinner and stuff like that, and I can't eat what they were cooking because I'm obviously on crunch time of my diet now. You can track macros, but that gets really risky when you start eating other people's foods. You don't know exactly how much of this or that they're using in it, and it's really easy to end up taking up all your calories and macros in like one sitting, which is not fun. So what I did is I packed one of my meals and I brought it in the Tupperware, old school style. So now if I get a call like that again, hey, mom and dad are having us for dinner, cool, I'll be there. I reach in the fridge, grab Tupperware number 3 and shoot on over and I'm good to go. So that's what we're doing today. I got my meals, which are all calculated out to the exact macro and calories. And if you didn't see that, you need to see my last videos. So I'm just gonna set up each meal individually and get like 2 or 3 days set up. So there we have it, prepped ahead of time, and it's all in order. So I'll stick these in the fridge in order. First day first, and meal number 1, 2, 3, like that. And like I said, my first official meal and my last official meal are both shakes with some little extra things on the side. So the grill's all clean, kitchen's all clean, meal's all cooked and prepped. It is 4:33 p.m. right now, which means Ariana will be getting out of church very soon, and she'll be over here soon, which means we can commence Saturday night, date night, the night I look forward to all week long. Been intermittent fasting all day with the exception of 1 serving of whey protein, just to keep the protein more consistent. and I've been saving all of my calories for this evening. So I feel like a lot of people might take this the wrong way and misunderstand what I'm trying to actually say and see it as complaining or whining, but that's not the case. It's just a little bit of real talk, just because I'm a human being. There are times where I absolutely love what I do. Oh, we'll continue this in a second, because look who just pulled up. It's Miss Haryana. Hold that thought. Twirl. Twirl. Work it, girl. Work it. Look at those sandals. Those are the most badass sandals. Every time we go out, she gets compliments on those sandals. I think they're so cool. They look like fucking Spartan sandals. So back to what I was saying. Question of the day. Every YouTube video I select one question from the comment section to answer. Question of this video is by Mike Joe, who asked me, I don't have it in front of me, but something along the lines of, how do I like my lifestyle? And first things first, my official answer is, I love it. I would never trade this lifestyle for anything. I love being my own boss, making my own schedule, calling my own shots, and making a living off of doing something that I absolutely love and am passionate about. I wouldn't trade that for the world. I also want to let it be known that I started off working in the 9 to 5 world since I was 13 years old. I want to start saving up for my first car, and I worked all the way up until 21 years old, and I've done everything from washing dishes to line cooking in restaurants to construction, masonry work, chopping wood to make cords of firewood all day long, all the way to doing sales for GNC, trying to work up the corporate ladder there, getting on the 9 a.m. conference calls, the whole 9 yards. I've thrown on the steel toe boots, the clean suits, and gone and worked in Torrey, which is a huge plastic factory, 12-hour shifts. So I've done the 9 to 5 backbreaking stuff. And what I'll say is, I don't miss being on someone else's schedule. I don't miss stressing out if there's a holiday and I'm trying to call my coworkers to see if somebody can cover it for me so I can enjoy family time. And I don't miss feeling too tired to go to the gym once I got home from work. Those are all real factors about that. And I'm grateful, and I love the fact that in what I'm doing, the entrepreneurial lifestyle in general, there is more money to be made than there is in any 9 to 5 job I can think of. Like, Max Tuning alone makes more money than any doctor or lawyer I can think of. All these YouTubers are making high, like deeper into the 7 figures now. Now, I am definitely on the low end, and I'm not saying I make more money than anybody with a 9 to 5 job, but I'm just saying there is that much money to be made. And I have at least made a very comfortable living for myself. I set a goal to break 6 figures by the time I was 25, and I accomplished that. And there's been highs and lows all throughout it. So I wouldn't trade that for the world, and I'm grateful for it. But there are times, I'll be real, there are times where the stress gets so heavy, and what I do is so nonstop, 24 hours, because everyone thinks I just sit there and I make videos and that's it. But I'm always working. My main goal in the next 5 years is to have a healthy living for myself going on behind the scenes, away from YouTube, stuff that's not Nick Wright, NWB related. And I'm trying to get those in motions now. And that takes a lot of planning. It takes a lot of money being spent on my end, and it's all a gamble. I don't know if they'll work out. I don't know if I'll get ROI from it. It's always a gamble with that stuff. So it's constant stress, and it's constant phone calls, emails, Skype conferences. You're never stopping the hustle. And I'm sure anybody who runs their own business knows this. This is not any sort of brand new information. But with that, once in a while, man, I'll be honest with you, there are days where I miss having the 9 to 5 life. I don't mind hard work. I don't mind like getting my hands dirty. There are times where I actually miss that. Sometimes I envy my friends that have the 9 to 5 life, because there's no stress beyond just showing up for work. Once they get home, they can shut their brain off, they can play Xbox, go out with their friends, whatever they want to do, and it's over. And even if you start doing a corporate job where you get to work up the ladder, I mean, it takes hard work constantly, and there is stress. I'm not saying there's no stress in 9 to 5 lives, but there is the beauty of, you know, if you just show up to work and keep working, you can work up the ladder, and some companies give like 401ks, and like, you just got to keep showing up and that's it. Whereas with the entrepreneurial stuff, as amazing as it can be, it's on you. You can have a great year where you kill it and you make a killing financially. But then there's the question of, okay, so now what do you do with that money? And also, you're making a killing now while like maybe it's a video series you're doing and you're able to branch off businesses from that. But what if you stop doing the video series? Now what? Are you going to cut for the rest of your life and document that? Or whatever it may be. You're going to make these YouTube videos, whatever you're doing for the rest of your life? No one's going to want to do that. So you got to set up all these other businesses. But how do you keep these businesses running? And then that just keeps, the questions keep going and going and going. So it's nonstop 24 hours. And there are times where I kind of almost miss my old, just like show up to work, clock in, clock out. But of course, that's only the times when I get stressed and tired. At the end of the day, I'm grateful for what I have, and it's up to me to stand on my own 2 feet and make something for myself. So I wouldn't trade it for the world, but it's not all flowers and roses. That said, that on top of my nature just being the type where I can never shut my mind off, I live for these Saturday nights with Ariana here, where we have our date night, and I can just shut the brain down for the rest of the evening. Nothing's better than that. At the end of the day, though, what you need to do is once in a while take a breath, detach yourself from it, and remember that nothing is actually guaranteed. It's all an illusion. My dad had a phenomenal job with a huge corporation, and he was really high up in it. Benefits, great pay, the whole 9 yards, and they ended up moving overseas, and they laid off almost all of their employees that were in the area. You never know, man. Nothing's guaranteed. So at the end of the day, you just gotta breathe, be grateful for what you have, which I am. I'm grateful that I'm in the position I'm in, and I love it. I was just trying to be real with you guys and share, like, it's not all, hey, I'm an entrepreneur, look at me, flashy. Anyway, date night consists of Chipotle tonight.
Yeah. If we don't do, tonight we're doing Chipotle, but sometimes we'll do homemade steak and we'll do like cheese and crackers, or we'll go out to dinner, but this is our night that we take time for each other, and it's the best.
That's the biggest thing. Be present with each other, put the phones away, and talk to each other.
Yes.
New relationships kick off so well, you're all enthralled in conversation over dates because they're brand new and you're getting to know the person. But that doesn't have to end. You can always talk to each other about each other's thoughts, feelings on this, that, philosophies, the whole 9 yards, to the point where one time, this past winter, we were out to get drinks at this bar, and we were sitting at this table, and her and I were just chatting and enthralled the entire night, never had our phones off like we always do. I go to the bathroom. These group of girls come over to her and say, excuse me, we're placing bets. Is this your first date? And then she goes and tells them that we've been dating for like 5 years, and they were floored.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my God, you guys are so cute. We thought you were on your first date.
Yeah.
5 years deep.
Yeah.
As catchy as this MGK rap devil is, who won this battle?
Eminem, all day.
All day.
It's not even close. Like, I almost feel bad for how much Eminem shit on MGK.
If you don't think he did, the lines went over your head.
Yeah. Biggest flops, like your greatest hits. The veins line, and ain't nothing changed for the locks. So before you say this, but give Jade a kiss. Gotta wake up late, but day to this. Nick and I found this really cool wine store. I guess it just opened. We found it like, I think a couple weeks ago, and we're gonna try it out tonight. And they have an amazing selection of all this crazy wine and champagne, prosecco. So
they got like tastings when you walk in.
Yeah.
They have like top shelf stuff. They have nice scotches. They have the works. It's really cool.
Yeah, we were very impressed.
They have all the alcohol paraphernalia you would need to, like the wine decanters.
And it has like the descriptions of the wine like underneath the pricing for the bottle, which is super helpful. And then it shows like what it would be good like paired with, and it says it's versatile wine. Has aromas of blackberry and cherry on the palate. It is soft, velvety, and full body with plum, spice, and hints of licorice on the finish. I love velvety finishes on wine. See, they had a cheese board and wine tasting set up when we got in there, but they had just put it away like as we walked in. Look, they even wrap your bottles up nicely though. Like, how nice is that? Such a cool place. So this is where we sign off. Even if it's casual as Chipotle, we eat it at the table, converse, and then we go and watch a movie on the couch with the wine. Oh, it's gonna be a great night. Perfect.
Thanks. What were you saying? Sorry.
I'm very excited.
Yes, quite me too. Thanks for watching. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. So this is a perfect example of what I was saying earlier. It's 8 o'clock. We just finished dinner. Ariana and I spent this whole time like looking up previews, and we were just about to pull up the movie, and then I got a message from one of my tech guys who helps me with like running ads and marketing and stuff like that, because that's like the #1 way to drive ROI when you're not promoting something via YouTube or social media. Anyway, I had to jump on here and tend to something with that immediately. So I have like the business page set up right now. Long story short, is what I'm saying, where it's like, and I just got 3 new messages now. It's like you can't just clock out and shut off work. It's like that's the only other thing about running your own thing is like you're on your own time as far as you don't have to wake up at 7 and be in or the boss will yell at you. But it's like it's not just 8 hours and then done. It's constant nonstop. But I did what I had to do here, and I did tell him that it's date night, so I'll get back to him with everything else first thing in the morning.
That was so nice of you.
That is a perk of running your own stuff. Is you can say I'll get back to it in the next morning. As long as there's nothing counting. Sometimes you can't though, but today we can.
Lethal injection, go to sleep 6 feet deep. I give you a beat for the effort, but if I was 3'11", you'd look up to me, and for the record, you would suck a dick to fucking be me for a second. I'd give your life to be as solidified.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Get you a girl who can rip some new Eminem while using the ladies' room. That's when you know you have it made. She's patient as fuck, though. She just ends up reading like, all that. But I don't want to be that guy, and especially on date nights with the phone. It's just about 8 o'clock. Phone stays in here. That light goes off. TV's going on. One lamp, huh? I still have 2 lamps over there. I don't know why. Thank you for watching, guys. Now give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye.
Bye.